I don't know if you know your numbers, month by month, but the negotiator, talk about maybe what the number of closed transactions you had per month before you hired that person, and then maybe a month or two, and how it affected your numbers that.
Oh yeah, so we
had a log jam.
We had a log jam, and we were still closing them. It wasn't the problem that we weren't going to close them. We were going to close them. It's just as fast as they could possibly close. Now, if you look at another team around the country, we would have caught up with. We would have kept up with the best teams for average closing dates, for sure, for closing sale dates. But now it's gotten better. I mean, just this month, I think we're closing 20 short sales. We're closing 33 transactions this month, and 20 are short sales. And she started 5-6 months ago.
Yeah, it's hard to know because the process is getting a little quicker with the bank and some areas and stuff. And what it came down to, I was having to work from, negotiating short sales. I was working, from 7 a.m. to 5:30, 6 p.m. And still servicing all the short sales at the highest level possible. But we just knew that we couldn't get any more. This constant stream of listing 20 a month was the max we could do. We wouldn't be able to list more than 20 a month without that particular hire. So we were just kind of capped here, still providing great service to everybody and all of that, but we just couldn't grow any further than that without that hire. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's hard to know.
It's hard to measure. Our
Our
coach talks about us. What's our average from purchase agreement to closing? We don't really know that because it's changed so much.
And every transaction is so different.
We feel like we understand what's going on in our short sales, so we don't track that date because so many things are changed. Like who the bank is, what's their hardship, how many loans it has, how late are they? Those things. It's so factors. All those are different. You could close it in 30 days to 180 days, and so you take the average of that. We're not interested in really knowing that number because it's working for us. We're closing them in time.
Sure.
But if you were in a different state where at 6-month period it's done, we would probably track that number a little bit more. But we're able to postpone the sheriff's sale date, so we're okay with that in our business. So, but it's a good number to know if we needed to. If we were going to grow in short sales, we'd try to figure out that number. But we're going to get less and less, and our coach is pushing us to go less and less. So we're in MAPS coaching. We're with Glenn Neely. He's with the Busy Blondes in California. They've always been one of the top real estate teams in Keller Williams, top 20. And he's he's the man. He doesn't even talk to us about how many people did you call. He's like, do you know how many leads you got? I mean, how many leads do you need to get? Where are you going to get them from? And then he just talks about high level business, our P&L, because we have a P&L, profit and loss, and.
Do you think everyone in this room should have one of those?
100%.
It gives me anxiety if we didn't have the
Oh my
profit and loss,
goodness.
because
And there was a time when you didn't.
Yes,
totally,
yes.
It wasn't that long ago.
Right.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago. But it's like,
How do you
you
make
know?
a decision? How do you make a decision you're going to spend $3,000 on a website? How
Or
would you
even
know?
the app, the $9.99 app. How do you make a decision to do the $9.99 app if you don't know where all the numbers are? And we're able to know, okay, how much does it cost us to do a transaction? I don't know, what is
Costs us
that
$1,700 a transaction.
just to do a transaction. So if whether it closes or it doesn't, that it's going to cost us $1,700. So that's where we can make decisions on whether or not it's worth taking this particular referral for this percentage of referral fee, or taking this short sale at this price point, or even this crazy seller who's going to be insanely difficult. It's going to cost us $1,700. Are we going to make up that difference or not? It's just a powerful position to be in.
Yeah.
And otherwise we waste a lot of money.
Yeah.
Good. What other questions do you guys have?
What are you doing at 1:30?
What are you going to do? What?
What are we gonna do at 1:30?
The class.
We were going to teach our short sale class. We have a Kaplan short sale class that we teach at Kaplan. The class that we revised it and made it to about an hour and 10 minutes or so, and then we answer questions about short sales afterwards.
So the beginning of the class is short sale focus, and then at the end of it is talking around the team structure. So what does it look like for setting up a mega team? And it could be short, at the end, could be short sale specific or not. And then also the lead generation sources for short sales. Yeah.
Just the things you need to worry about in the short sale process, and if you're going to build a team around.
So if we could recap this, if you don't know what's the one thing that you could do on the theme of the book, it'd be to figure out what your one thing is in real estate. So what is the one thing you really like to do? What is the thing that if you could do that type of transaction over and over and over again that you'd want to do? Is it representing a builder? Is it doing open houses? Is it lakeshore property? Is it cabins? Is it expireds? Short sales, foreclosures, all, there's probably 20 different polls.
Gary always comes in and says, what, okay, so like Mark Willis, our team leader, will say, they'll kind of discuss what their problems are, whatnot, and they'll always come out to be like, you need more agents. And he says, okay, why are we sitting here talking about this? I mean, your one thing is to get another agent in this door. Why are we talking about the coffee pot? Or, you know what, I mean, why are we talking about anything else? You gotta go get one agent. You gotta go get one more agent. You gotta go get one more agent. Okay, what are we talking about? We gotta go, why are we talking about anything else in our business other than getting one more listing? Why are we gotta get one more listing? We gotta get one more listing, and we just know that's our one thing. We gotta get another listing. So, and then everything else goes from there. Then you're able to hire the right people, and the leverage comes and all that. So,
If I was a brand new agent sitting in this room, or someone who's maybe been licensed for a couple years and is really ready to get ramped up in this business, maybe I've only done 2 transactions in the last couple of years, what would be the top 3 things that you would?
I would
get to
soul
them?
search right now and say, do I want to do real estate or not? I would sit there. I don't care how long it takes you. How do you really, really, really want to do real estate? In 10 years, do you see yourself doing real estate? If you don't see yourself doing it in 10 years, do something else. Find something else, because you're gonna take so much time and passion that you need in the business to make that happen. Once you decide, okay, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, meaning that I don't care if I can't eat. I'm gonna do real estate. Period. I mean, that's how it was for me. I was gonna do real estate no matter what. I mean, so it didn't matter that I had that. I didn't care if I was making money or not making money. I was going to do real estate. So if it's not that much, I get out of it. And if it is that much where you're not going to eat, then I would just get my mind right. I would come to family reunion every time, no matter what. I don't care if I have to borrow it. I don't have any debt. I have host debt. That's it. I don't have any other debt. I would get a credit card and I would put it on a credit card. I'd go to family reunion, I'd go to mega camp, and then I would just see what the best people are doing there, and not all of them. I'd find one there that is doing exactly what I want to do, period. And that's because this is what we did. We found the team that we wanted to be exactly like, and I would just follow every single thing they did. I'd follow on Facebook, I'd follow on them, I'd email them for a question because they'll give you an answer, and then all of a sudden we're best friends. Now we're best friends with that team that was on. They came to our wedding, and we're going down there in a week, and we'll see them at family reunion, we'll eat dinner with them. But I would become friends with the team that I would want to be like, and then it will just start coming from there. All of a sudden you'll get one idea, and you'll do that, and you'll get 10 listings, and then you'll get the 10 listings, and you'll have money to spend, and then they'll say, well, we did this next, and then you spend your 15 grand, and you buy a moving truck, and then, and it just snowballs from there. So
continue to be learning based.
Continue to be learning based, read books, go to family reunion camp, Keller Williams, find the one team, not the 10 teams, the one team you want to be like, follow everything they're doing, copy exactly every single thing that you can do from them, and then just go from there. And you're gonna do business.
If I was a mega agent in this room who desires to have a team, who desires to start with hiring an assistant, what would be the 2 things that you would tell them?
I go to Recruit Select as many times as you possibly can go to. We flew to, because it wasn't going to happen here for a while, and we flew to San Diego and went and had to pay. I mean, that cost us probably $2,200, and the last business it took just to go to San Diego we did, because one of the best teachers was John Davis was teaching us, so we went there because we knew how important it is. So I'd say take Recruit Select as many, just plan on taking that 3 times a year if you can, okay? Then after you've taken it for a while, because we'll take it a couple more times this year, so I'd say take that a couple times this year, a couple times next year, and then I would go to family reunion and find the best team that I would want to be like, and I just copy every single thing that they're doing. Because you need to it's going to help you so much. Someone else has already done it. I mean, literally, when they say don't create the wheel, but literally, do not create the wheel. It works. It goes downhill. I mean, just copy the team. It works. It rolls. But don't fix it. It's the same thing in the real estate business. And the cool thing about the reason why I'm saying not find a team here, go find a team, because they're going to open up to you every single thing that they do. They're not going to hold back. Not saying like we would hold back or another team would hold back, but they don't hold back. They'll tell you if you get the right team, they're going to have learned it from someone else down the road, and if they see that you're passionate enough to where you're following up with them, you're friends with them, they're going to open up to you, and you're going to all of a sudden be in their circle, and just being in their circle is going to make you do more money.
and that.
I mean, that's our goal, like moving
question.
forward, this is one of our biggest thing this year, is just to follow the top people in the world and just try to become their friends.
Totally. Your question was the
Yeah.
assistant, so yes, take her.
Back on track.
And the second thing is reach out to your allied resources. That's been we initially started with Craigslist, because you can post an ad on Craigslist for an assistant, and you can get lots and lots of applicants, and you can cycle them all through, or try to weed them out over the phone first, and get them through. And we actually found our first assistant through Craigslist. But reaching out to your allied resources, so talk to your whole family, talk to your loan officer, talk to Olivia, anyone knows who's looking for a position, and just don't settle for the first person that comes in the door. Finding somebody that you can mesh with, and that is able to execute your big vision and all that. But most importantly is they're not just an assistant. I think I see that a lot where people are like, I just need a buyer's agent. Everything would be great. I just need an assistant to do the stuff I don't want to do. It's not really about that. It's about finding someone who is able to have the buy-in. They're not just an assistant. I mean, they're maybe more important than you in the transaction. And so you need to hire somebody who's that talented and that professional and that worthy of that position. So they're not just
A partner. Every time we're hiring someone, we do our best to every hire we do, we try to treat them like a partner.
right.
I mean, our buyer's agent is a partner, period, but we're trying to do everything around, they're our partner. They're gonna profit share, we're hoping that each one of our assistants on our team has $10,000 profit share check at the end of the year, and I think it's gonna happen. But they're our partners, and we talk to them about, we don't say this is my team. When we're with them, we're saying this is our team, and we really mean it, because someday, if they're talented enough, to keep them, we're gonna have to give them a percentage of our corporation. And when we have a corporation, they're gonna have 5% of it. You know, they're gonna have a certain percentage of it, because that's what's gonna keep them, and it's gonna be worth it for us. And we're gonna be happy to do that, too. So, yeah.
Awesome. Any last minute questions?
I'm not familiar with Recruit Select. Is that a class that's offered through Keller Williams, or is that
Yeah,
Yes.
it's through Keller Williams. Once in a while they'll do like the light version, which is real nice to get your feet wet and it's less expensive. And
Yeah.
it circles around in the Twin Cities here, I think, with different market centers. So there's probably a calendar this year for which one and when
We're
it's
having
coming.
it in April here at this office.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect, there you go.
It's a class that teaches you how to find and hire talent for your team.
It's just
had it
really
last week,
eye-opening.
didn't you? Or 2 weeks ago?
Recruit Select we had in January. Yeah.
The first time I took it, it was kind of overwhelming. There's a big book, but I would take it 2 times before you make a decision on it. Literally, the first time you just hate it. Take it the second time. I mean, your third time, really, and just kind of succumb to the process. Meaning, it's just like when you read the one thing. I hope that you just don't block out what he's saying, because it's coming from a person that's maybe going to be, I don't know if he'll be a billionaire someday, but he runs a $1 billion company, and he looks at life the same way as we do, you know. And I would just soak it up, because Gary Keller says that's the that's the class that completely changed his life. I mean, his company, Keller Williams, was failing really badly before he met Bain Hinian, who is the owner of Recruit Select, the material, basically. So it's that important. If you're looking at building a company, you have to take it, and other companies should be taking that course.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
there's a lot to do. But.
Thank you very much, you guys. Let's give them a
Thank you.
hand.
I was gonna say, it is a mess. Nothing is perfect. Like, things are messy in our business, and it
We
is
fail
hard.
every day. We just fail more than most people, and so we just keep moving forward.
Awesome. All right, that's all we have for the team meeting. They'll be back at, we're gonna go grab lunch, but they'll be back at 1:30 to teach their short sale class. So if you wanna come back for that, we'd love to have you.